This is the granddaddy of them all, Wimbledon. The oldest professional tennis tournament began in 1877 on the grounds of the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club. It turned 140 years old in 2017. This tournament has always been played on grass. It is the only major played on grass, with the French Open being played on clay and both the US Open and Australian Open being played on hard court. Wimbledon has extremely sophisticated customs and traditions that are dissimilar to the US Open, and Wimbledon's history and evolution make the tournament widely regarded as the most prestigious in professional tennis. Starting with Wimbledon's yearly traditions, according to Ben Johnson of HistoricUK.com, wearing all white during the tournament has always been a requirement. During the 19th century, accepted outfits were plain white long-sleeve shirts and trousers for men, and full-length corseted white dresses and hats for women. In the 1920s and 30s and beyond, players, mostly female, became more experimental with their outfits. Shorter skirts, shorts, and sleeveless tops became prevalent to provide better mobility and allowed players to express their personalities. And in the late 1980s, advertisements and brand logos were allowed to be printed on attire. Another tradition that Wimbledon has deals with refreshments. According to Robert Lake of Douglas College in Canada, strawberries have been a popular summertime food in England, and they've been a part of Wimbledon since the beginning. In 2016, approximately 140,000 servings of strawberries along with 10,000 liters of dairy cream were served at Wimbledon. Strawberries and cream is a favorite among fans attending Wimbledon, to say the least. Wimbledon, as all major and minor professional tennis tournaments do, have ball boys and ball girls who collect tennis balls after each point and give them to players at their request. According to Wimbledon.com, only about 250 kids work as ball boys and ball girls out of the 700 applicants. The average age of the ball boys and ball girls is 15 years old, and they are selected from several specific schools around the Wimbledon area. They have to pass written tests on the rules of tennis and pass fitness and mobility tests to be considered for the positions. Additionally, the royal family of the United Kingdom is invited to Wimbledon with their own special seating arrangements at center court. That alone, in my opinion, makes Wimbledon one of the most prestigious events in sports. Now, I want to compare Wimbledon to the US Open. According to Richard Renner and the United States Tennis Association, the US Open originally began in 1881 as the US National Championship, which only allowed members of the US National Lawn Tennis Association to participate. The tournament became a professional Open Championship in 1968. Similarly to Wimbledon, the tournament used to be played on grass. Then in 1975, the court surface was switched to clay to ensure quick drying and eliminate delays due to bad weather. The court's surface was changed for the final time in 1978 as the USTA National Tennis Center was built with hard court surfaces. Building renovations have been made since then, but the court surface has remained. Also, like Wimbledon, players were required to wear all white for the duration of the tournament. But in 1972, the tournament approved a wider variety of colors and styles of tennis attire. According to Alex Sharp of Telegraph.co.uk, food trucks can be found all around the main courts of the US Open, with music constantly playing. Also, another major difference is with the fans. At Wimbledon, fans will cheer and applaud politely at the end of rallies and between each point, while crowds at the US Open are very loud and boisterous. Wimbledon is the oldest tournament in professional tennis, which means it has evolved a great deal from the late 19th century to today. According to Ben Johnson of HistoricUK.com, the first Wimbledon championships only had one event, the gentlemen's singles. Women were not allowed to enter the tournament until 1884, which was the same year as the implementation of the men's doubles championship. The All England Club decided early on the championship winners would receive replicas of the trophies, and the originals would be placed in the Wimbledon Museum. Men received the silver gilt cup and women received the rosewater dish. Prize money was not awarded to champions at Wimbledon until 1968, which was also the first year professional tennis players were allowed to compete in the tournament. Wimbledon was the last major professional tennis tournament to make prize money equal for men and women, and that happened in the year of 2007. So there you have it. Wimbledon has so many rich customs and traditions, more than what I mentioned, and their sophistication cannot compare with the US Open. Wimbledon is an event of great social significance with an image that has been carefully crafted over the years. The customs, history, and evolution place Wimbledon in high regard as the most prestigious event in professional tennis.